Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is around 10:30, 10:50 a.m. on a Tuesday. Yeah. December the 13th, 2022. I am in Washington State, leaving Olympia, going to Bremerton, and my son should be getting off work sometime today, and then we're gonna hit the road later this week. Like 42 degrees here today. It's not too cold, not too, it's all right. I went and sprayed my car off, not really washed it. I just kind of blowed the mud off of it from that path yesterday. I just blowed the mud off. I mean, to make it look a little bit, it was looking rough. Looking real rough. Looked like I went cross country or something. But anyway, I guess well, let me just say this. Alright, today, well, this evening when we leave, this will be the West Coast back to East Coast trip. Today is day 11 of the whole trip, but it's going to be day 1 of West Coast to East Coast. And like I said, it won't be many stops or anything like that, so I won't be catching much video. It'll be more GoPro laps mode, maybe here and there, and I might chime in sometimes like, hey, we're here, but that's about it. So anyway, get back to my driving and sightseeing, and I'll get back with you guys later. Alright, so boy, that fella there is having a hard time pedaling that thing. Must be dead. Give me to get on this ferry from Bremerton to Seattle. So this ought to be interesting. It's about an hour trip. So I don't know. I'm gonna see some scenic stuff out in the water. I'm gonna take a cruise for an hour, go around an island, and then hit Seattle. I've never been to Seattle. I've kind of been dread going to Seattle since I've been up here, but I said, what the hell, might as well just do it. I'm already over here. Let's just say I went to Seattle. I don't like big cities and all this and that, and I have a feeling it's just gonna be a cluster. So I'm gonna head there anyway, and then I'll drive back around to Bremerton, because I don't want to have to wait to get another ferry ride over here. I had to wait. I got here like 11 o'clock or so, and it's 1:30. Well, they said to be here at 1:30, so it's about 1:24 now. So anyway, they got all the cars off of it, so I guess they're going to start letting us on here in just a second. So a whole bunch of different type of cars, bicycles, motorcycles, and everything. And I was the first one here in line, but I guess they just pick whichever line they want to start loading up. Which I'm in line 2. The one on the right, line 1, 2, 3, 4. There's like a pretty big box truck in line 4. Let's see what they're doing here. What? Motorcycles and all that stuff on right now. Oh, well, they're letting someone off line 4. I don't know why they got their hazard lights on. Just being real cautious. Alright, here we go. Let's see what we're gonna do when we get up here. Oh Lord. People that had the caution lights on didn't know which way to go. Let's see what this fella's gonna tell me. Man, I hope I get outside so I can see the water. Oh. Well, at least I'll be on the front of the boat. Yeah. So, still have a good view. There's a big boat. It's the biggest boat I've ever been on. You can tell I ain't seen the world much. Alright. This is going to put some wheel chocks on me here. Y'all, well, I'm on the front of the boat, so I guess we can get out and walk around here in a minute. The fella got his motorcycle party. I hope that cotton don't fall over my car. Guess we got everybody load up first before we get out. I haven't seen nobody get out of cars yet. Anyway, I'll get back with y'all here shortly. Alright, I'm gonna try to video as much as I can before my battery dies. But dang, Seattle is a weird ass place. I mean weird. As soon as I got off the ferry, the motorcycle that was beside me, he took off, and then there was a scooter that ran the red light. He ended up colliding there. I had just turned my dang GoPro. I wish I had kept it on to catch it. But anyway, I went on around. There was people already helping him out. I just went on and got around it and took off. Then the next stoplight, there was a guy standing beside the road, had his pants down, and he was digging up his butt and picking up trash off the sidewalk. Luckily enough, that light went on and changed so I could get out of there. Now I'm over here, and there's a parking area on the left. You can hear a guy hollering. He's living in a tent. He's got a cone up, just yelling random stuff. Yeah, it's pretty wild. Anyway, I guess I need to get in this other lane.
Use the left lane to take the I-5 South ramp.
Yep, I need to get the left lane. Alright, so hopefully I can get the heck on out of here and get on over there back to Bremerton.
In a quarter mile, use the middle two lanes to follow signs for I-5 South.
Oh man. Yeah, so anyway. Yeah, that's you don't see that around Tarboro. So, yeah, it's kind of weird. But anyway, I am on the road heading back to Bremerton on the highway.
Use the middle two lanes to keep left.
Center lane. Okay, I'm on the center lane. All right.
Use the middle two lanes to keep right at the fork.
Oh Lord, I'm in traffic. All right, I'm gonna let y'all go. Alright, it is like 7:30 a.m. Mountain Time. We're in, where is this? Butte, B-U-T-T-E, Montana. The roads have been terrible. Like, well, you can't even see the roads, really. It's just, you're riding and guessing and looking at reflectors on the side, thinking you're in the middle. It's just been terrible. But, anyway, we're still rocking and rolling, trying to get back. Get y'all later. Well, it's 11:07 Wednesday. Yeah, it's day 12. Forgot to mention that earlier. We're going through some hella rides. We had discount tires, starting to feel a little shake in my car. Not sure when the weights will come off, but it's free tire rotation and balance. So we're gonna get that done, and then hopefully we get back on the road here shortly. All right. So it's the end of the day on Wednesday, 12/14/2022, on this trip trying to get back from West Coast back to East Coast, from Pacific or Seattle area, Washington State, back to North Carolina. We've had major ordeals after major ordeals. I swear everything was pretty much good coming up there, except for that little bit of brake issue me and my son fixed. Then I drove around the whole next day and a half. But anyway, we left Tuesday 4:30, heading back, and hit bad weather. Then started noticing a little small vibration. So I get free, discount tire. I get free balancing and rotation. So I said, well, we'll look up where the next one is on our journey here, and I just pull in to get him to do that. It should take the vibrations out. No biggie. Yeah. Left, and it was way worse. Not just a little bzz, bzz. No, it was from 60 to 80. It's, I mean, bad. Turned around and went back. They pulled everything off. They said one of my rims were bent, but that shouldn't, where it was bent, it shouldn't have been causing the problem I'm having now. Like that, the problem wasn't there until I took it there. So they said to rebalance all, and they put some kind of load thing on them and all this and that, and it should be better, and this and that, and got back on the road, exact same thing, from 60, 80, wobbling, bad. So I figured one of them need to turn around and go back. They completely don't know what they're doing. So something is going on majorly, but I fought it. I either stayed above 80, well, speed limit is 80, but there was some roads that was bad and I had to be below 60 So I tried to manipulate it and work with it the best I could. Then got up here to Sherrington, Wyoming, and they have blocked off I-90. So we tried to find routes to get around and found out that as we were looking on our phones and everything else, that even if we did get around it, once we enter South Dakota, they have I-95 closed off South Dakota as well. So we are stuck here tonight in a hotel. Hopefully they will open it up tomorrow. I'm going to try to make it down to Gillette, Wyoming, if it is open, and go to a Harbor Freight or something to buy a bunch of the tools that I need and right there in the parking lot. I'm going to try to jack that thing up and just check, make sure everything is looking good on that, because it seems like it's coming from that left front side. And I'm wondering if maybe the rotor that me and my son had put on had come loose somehow or another, and when they went to put the bolts in, they didn't put them in a cross pattern. They stuck it in one, and that, I don't know. Anyway, I'm just going to see. If not, then I'm going to try to find another shop on the way and pull in and say, look, can you just check and balance the tires? I mean, I guess they're going to probably charge the crap out of me, but just to see what the heck could have happened from the little buzz to the hellacious wobble that we have. So anyway, let's see what happens in the morning. Stay tuned. Well, it is 12/15/2022. This is day 13, I believe. Yeah, I think. I don't know. Anyway, just getting up at the hotel, get ready to head out. I think we're going to hit, the roads are still closed, so we can't really travel. So first thing this morning, we're going to try to hit up a tire place down the road and see if they could fit us in to try to double check something and to get whatever that bad tremble shake out of the car. I mean, it wasn't in there until I had the other people rotate and balance. Let's see if we can get something worked out, and maybe a road will open where we can get somewhere today. So anyway, fun. All right, so it is Thursday night, about 8 o'clock. We just passed Kansas City. We're in Missouri State now. We've had a rough few days. What I done last night, I went by Harbor Freight and bought another jack. So I got 2 little jacks in the car and some tools and all that good stuff. And this one I personally rearranged my tires back to the original position on the car that they were before I went and got them swapped around and balanced and rotated and all that good stuff. And it rides a whole lot better. No big vibrations and nothing like that. It's got a little trimmer in it because I do have a bent rim and I do have one tire that has a messed up belt. That Washington State must have really did a number on the Audi. So, but we're back on the road. We're rocking and rolling. We got about 17 hours. We're going to try to just keep on rolling. So, anyway, we're going to go. It's been one hell of a trip on the way back. Had to redirect, go down to Denver, stay the night down there, and because of the snow in South Dakota, Nebraska, it's terrible. They got roads and states blocked off. And but anyway, we're back on the road. All right, back at home, North Carolina. Boy, I got a lot to update and tell you guys. Whew. A lot of good, a lot of bad in the whole trip, but we made it. It was definitely an adventure, but anyway, I'll be posting everything here soon, so y'all stay tuned. All right. I know a lot of people have been asking, you know, about the trip and everything. I mean, truck drivers make it all the time. You know, they probably look at my videos, you know, like, wow, look at this guy, he's doing this, he's doing that, he's posting this, he's posting that. Anyway, it was something on my bucket list I just had to do. So anyway, yes, I made it and made it back. Making it wasn't so bad. It was more an adventure making it than making it back. Well, it was an easier adventure making it than making it back, okay? I guess I caught the weather and everything just right going, but on the way back, it was rough. It was rough, people. It was rough. But making it was great. You know, I made a lot of stops. I met a lot of great people on the trip. All the different towns I stopped at and talked and everything. And if you guys could look at my channel and follow from, you guys can go to my channel, go to my videos, follow from where I begin at my pre-trip and everything all the way through. You can kind of see the trip. But like I said, I've got a lot more to load and everything. Some of the hotels that I stopped at where I was going to try to load things, their Wi-Fi was about like dial-up. So I couldn't really do a whole lot. And I didn't want it to hinder me from getting rest and hitting the road again. So I just saved it. And on the way back, I didn't really do a whole lot of capturing because we were on the way back and we hit a lot of hiccups. And I can go ahead and tell you the few hiccups I hit was, everything was great. It's on the way there until I hit Washington State. Washington State, the weather got bad, roads got terribly bad, and there's a lot of bad roads. I hate to say it, but Washington State really need to up the game on some of their road maintenance, because I end up having, I know you guys probably seen a few things where I was working on my car, trying to have problems. I mean, I was having problems with this and that, and the roads were so bad, I ended up bending a rim. I got a broke belt in a tire, had a little shimmy. Well, the shimmy on the way, I knew what it was because I had some warped rotors because of high speeds and hitting the brakes. They warp them. But I made it there. That was fine. Me and my son fixed that on the day one that I ride there. We worked on it. We got that done that night, and we were good. Okay, so he went to work the next day or so, and I ventured around. I went to the most northern west part of the United States, mainland of the United States, and there was some bad roads out there, and then on the back, hit some bad roads. And I remember hitting a few things. I was like, God dang, why not in front end of the line? Well, on the way back, I had a little vibration. So being that I get my tires and stuff from, well, I don't know if I should. Well, yeah, sure. It wasn't their fault. It was just conditions. But I order my tires and stuff always from, and I get them installed and everything from Discount Tire, because they have the low price guarantee. They also have free rotation, balance, and if you get any something going wrong, if you need a plug or something, they can install a plug for free, yada yada yada. Well, we started noticing on the way back. We hit some bad stuff on the way. I mean, it was you'll see it in the videos I will soonly post, but it was at night. I was driving through Montana mountains in the middle of the night, snow across the road, and you could not see the highway. The only thing you see with little reflector signs on each side to know, okay, I'm on the road. I don't know where I'm at on the road, but I'm on the road. Because it was just dark. It was nothing out there. It's like we were the only people on the highway, and we made it through that part. And then the vibration thing, I said, well, there's a Discount Tire in this town. We'll stop in the morning, and I'll just get them to do a free rotation and, and balance. Well, okay, we made it to that next town that had a Discount Tire. But I got an all-wheel drive Audi. I had already driven probably 10, 15,000 miles on tires before I rotate. So, yeah, I was a little behind on rotation and all this and that. So the tires worn to the position, in the position they were on the all-wheel drive. Well, I wanted to get that little shimmy out. So I took it to them. They did the best. They put it on the machine. They did road force, did all this stuff and everything. We got back on the highway. As soon as I got to 60 miles an hour, it felt like the car was about to shake apart. I turned around, went back. They took everything off. They showed me I had a bent rim. They showed me I had a broke belt. And they tried to move everything to the back to make it better. Well, got back on the highway again. As soon as I got up 60 miles an hour, same thing. About to shake the car to death. I was like, well, I need to get back. So we babied it all the way, probably another 600 miles. Got into Wyoming, and they shut down the highway. So I-90 was shut down. We couldn't leave. We had to get a hotel. We were stranded for a day. The snow 2 or 3 foot deep. But I'm going to tell you what, though. Even though the main highways are shut down, and we had all that snow and everything, school buses still ran. That was amazing. In North Carolina, man, you got a flurry, and they shut down school systems. Not over there in Montana, Wyoming. Hell no. School buses gonna run. 2 or 3 foot of snow, it don't matter. School buses will still running. That was the craziest thing. I was like, oh my God. Anyway, all right. So anyway, next step. There was a little mom and pop's tire place right there in town where we were. I said, let me take it to them to get them to look at it again. All right. So they took all my tires off. And they were great people, great people. I wish I remembered the daggone name of the God. I'll try to post their name or whatever. But it were some great people, man. I mean, you're out there in the freaking boonies from out of state and everything. They took my tires off. They rechecked them, everything. They moved stuff to the back that was all messed up. Had a broke belt, bent rim, and everything else. They moved to the back. They tried to rebalance them the best they could. And, I mean, they really did the best they could. They really did. And the only thing they charged us was like $30. And I was like, what? When she said, yeah, it'd be $30. I'm like, are you sure? Oh, my God. I thought for sure it'd be $150, $200. No, they $30. That's good. Some mom and pop's outfit. I thought for sure. And we walked into the shop, you could tell they were not used to working on like things like my car. They had old Fords, they even had an old Bronco with a daggone snow plow on it. You could tell they were old school, but they did the best they could, and they told me everything that was wrong. They're like, you probably need to, whenever you get back to somewhere, you probably need a new tire and a new rim. And I was like, oh crap. So anyway, when we went back, and finally one of the main highways opened up. Okay, we were in Wyoming, and normally on the way I was going to go through Wyoming, back to South Dakota, drop down in Nebraska. No, we had so much bad weather that we had to really stop and regroup because South Dakota had already done a state of emergency. They shut down all the main highways. We had to turn, drop down, straight down, and go all the way into Colorado down to Denver. And we made it all the way down to Denver that night. And I made my mind up. I was like, you know what? I need to get some jacks and some tools. I probably need to change around some tires or something because something is vibrating still so bad. Something is not right. So, yeah, I went over freight, bought a couple jacks, 2 jacks, and all this and that. We made it outside of town. We were going to stay at a hotel, and then my son was like, I think we probably, because we've seen some, anyway. Let's go outside of town and find a hotel somewhere outside of town because it was, yeah. So we made it outside of town. They're called Watkins. It was like 10 miles outside of Denver. But it was more quiet and not as craziness. So anyway, we stayed there at night. I woke up the next morning about 7 or 8 o'clock. Went outside like in freaking 12-degree weather. And I took the 2 jacks and I ended up rotating my tires back to the original position. And so it wouldn't wobble so bad. And we ended up making it all the way back. I still got a little shimmy because I know I got a brake belt in a tire. I got a bent rim. Washington State really needs to, I hate to say it, they have a beautiful country. I mean, it's got a little bit of everything to offer, but their roads is terrible. Now, I think I remember where I probably tore up my rims and everything. It was on the back roads back going to Pacific Beach that one morning. And it's like they had an earthquake or something, and the road was uneven, diagonally across the road, and they just paved over it. And when I hit it, I knew it jarred everything in the car. It was like, boom. I'm like, good God. I think that's where I messed up my whole ordeal. So anyway, I changed the tires and all that and got it back, and we took the southern route all the way back through from Colorado over to Kansas, Missouri, and we took that route. I mean, it was a little snow here and there, but it was nothing like we seen on the radar that was in where I had actually originally took was, from Nebraska, Iowa, all the way up to South Dakota and all, because they were having some bad deals. But anyway, made it back, but it was definitely worse coming back than it was going. Like I said, I posted a few things from my YouTube channel. If you guys go back, click the video part, and just kind of go all the way down if you can. Not the first one, could be the latest one I posted. Go all the way down and just start following up through, my adventure, my episodes. And I have still a lot more. I haven't had time to do it because I got home and I just wanted to relax, get all my clothes unpacked, wash clothes. My dogs won't leave my side. They were, and they had to spend some time. And then me and my son had some things we want to do here while we were here. Some things that he had bought a bunch of stuff and we done. And now we're going to do some more stuff to his car. And he's got to take the trip back. So, but anyway, we're going to get it. I'm glad I made that. Made that trip across the country. I will do it again. And I will take a different route this time. But it'd probably be at a different time of the year where I won't hit so much of the bad stuff. But it was definitely something on the bucket list and I prayed every morning, every time I get ready to eat a meal a day. I prayed for him to look over me, look over everything, my son, make sure everything was good with the family. I just always, we had some hiccups, but guess what? The hiccups we had, even though other people couldn't fix it, God gave me strength and my mental to keep me going, to be able to fix ourselves to get back home. And I'm very thankful for that. And it's things that a lot of people have not done, a lot of people have not experienced, but there's so much different thing. TV and books and stuff just does not do a lot of justice to what other states and other things are like. I mean, especially the school buses.
it surprised me. Main roads shut down. You got 2 or 3 foot of snow on the highways, and school buses still rolling. Boy, Edgecombe County would be shut down for a month if they had something like what was up there. But anyway, man, I hope you guys really kind of follow my YouTube and just kind of enjoy. I know I did a lot of rambling and talking just like I am now, but it was definitely an experience. It was definitely an experience that I never thought I would be able to accomplish it, but it's definitely something I am very, very proud of, and I can look back on it and like, dang, I did that. I really did that. So anyway, man, I hope you guys enjoy everything that's on my channel, and there will be more. I have a funny feeling I will be taking more of it, not anytime soon, but I will be taking more adventures, and hopefully I can capture everything, because it's not only to capture to share, but it's also to capture to where later on in life, you know, I'm about to be 46 years old. You know, later on in life, I'm gonna look back and like, look what I did, look what I went through, look at the struggles, and look at the country, the way it was then, the landscapes, the gas prices. Oh, another thing about the gas prices. Around Wyoming, a little bit of Colorado, and a little bit of Kansas, you know, they got their own pumping stations there where they pump their own oil out, and they got their own refineries, and gas is a whole lot cheaper in around Midwest area, a whole lot cheaper. I think one time it's like $2.14, where everywhere else is like almost $3 a gallon. It was crazy, and diesel was like a little over $3, and everywhere else is over $5 a gallon. It's insane. But anyway, I'm gonna stop rambling. I've probably rambled enough, but anyway, that was my trip. I will post more. I'm trying to, you know, positive. Hopefully, people that can't or whatever to afford to travel, whatever, can see how life is in other states and see the landscapes and everything. Hope you guys enjoy it.